So, for the last 19 hours, 30 seconds, we have basically been
talking to
talking to
ourselves.
ourselves. So,
No, it was not your phone, ladies. It was us.
it was me. It was me. It was D. I was, it's 2021.
It definitely is. It definitely.
Jumanji!
Jumanji.
We are officially out of the game.
Supposedly.
Oh, we're out of that, girl. I told you my major insult for this year for people is going to be you are acting so 2020.
2020-ish. Yep.
You are acting so 2020.
2020-ish. Yeah.
Yes. Or it'll be stop acting Trumpish.
Ooh. You know that fool's still trying to get the daggone election overturned.
Girl, on the day that Georgia's actually voting today, that daggum not video but audio was crazy.
I ain't even listen to it.
No, it wasn't a bad audio. The audio was just showing his narcissism in full effect.
Really?
Because, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've been doing a lot of the researching as it relates to COVID and how it affects the brain and how it affects the.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that he was already
Like
awful, yeah, but a lot of how he is responding, because it has made people schizophrenic.
Yeah.
It has given people hallucinations.
Yeah, we do know
It
that.
has, it has made people suicidal, homicidal. It has done a lot of things for people and they've responded differently.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I've had the brain fog.
Yeah.
I'm finally out of the fog, but I've had the brain fog.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a situation where it's a situation where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm wondering if, in addition to his already unstable mental state,
Yeah.
if the virus, if he actually had it, affected his brain even more. Because
it's hard to damage what's already in functioning.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, though,
I'm just saying.
But on the flip side of that, you can make it worse.
True.
You can make it worse.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You can make it worse. Okay, enough about the idiot carrot. What we are going to do
is good.
Yes.
Hey, the actress.
Hello, our sisters. What we are going to first start off by saying is a lot of good things happened in 2020. A lot of people came into themselves. A lot of people finally started those businesses that they have really had going on in the backs of their brains. Some have released books.
Yes.
Several have released books.
Yes. A lot of people are just like, let me tell you what's on my brain.
Yeah. And for us, there's been a lot of restructuring.
Yes.
There's been a lot of restructuring. We are going to be doing some things differently. Maybe once a quarter, at least once a quarter, we're going to have I'm about to age myself, a music show. I'll say it that way to start out. But the way that it's going to be set up, it is going to be set up in a way where those of you who are in our listening audience and our viewing audience can watch and vote on the music, kind of like an Apollo style gung
Gong
show
show.
style. That's why I said I was gonna age myself. When you start talking about the gong show, oh my
Right,
goodness,
right.
it's like oh,
Even the
even
Apollo, because they don't really
right,
do that anymore. Not
yeah.
even really do that anymore. They don't do that anymore.
Oh really? So they got rid of the modern version of it too.
Hmm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Look, just goes to show, because we are music people.
we are. We are.
So that is definitely a part of our lives and the lives of the people that are around us. Like we've
Hmm.
got Beatrice, she has Monday morning music moments, but then it has morphed and grown into, she'll do things on some Tuesdays or Thursdays or,
Yes,
over the weekend or, and then a lot of the people we're connected to are a part of the music industry.
they are. They are. They are. And I'm getting ready to let a cat out of the bag. One of the most beautiful voices I have ever heard. Um, just and it's so rare to actually get her to sing. I'm sorry, I set up a little bit.
Oh, come over. You're fine.
And one and it is so rare to actually get her to actually sing. She's had a lot going in her life that has kind of taken her away from her music.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping that change and healing that started in 2020 that will progress into 2021 and that will hopefully push her back towards her music. It's cooking at the door.
Stop your stuff.
Girl, when I tell you that sister got some pipes, she got pipes that will bring tears to your eyes.
Mm.
Absolute tears to your eyes. Because there were times, like, especially if I had to do like vocal warm ups or if I had to, for whatever reason when I was younger, and I knew that I had to sing for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And she sang at one of my uncle's homegoings. He was my favorite uncle, and she was saying
Bless the house.
she blessed the house, but she also kept me upright because I tried to fall out in the parking lot. But yes, Miss Cook Nefertari,
It sounds like a keyboard kind of date
I'm
at
just
some point.
saying because that sister can blow. Yes, I'm telling your business. That sister can blow, and I know she's got some healing and some getting back to herself, and I think that that's where we are now.
Hey,
But
Melissa. Hey, Cometris. How are you, ladies?
yes, and so and this and Beatrice and I love listening to your Beatrice
Oh
singing.
yeah, her voice, even when she speaks, is really, and she's
Melodic.
her, yeah, it's soothing.
Yeah, and to listen to her speak is very
And it's
melodic.
so funny because to listen to her speak in that Texas drawl,
Yeah,
and then to hear her sing, and then it's like there is such a contrast
yeah.
because the clarity of her voice doesn't really have that Texas drawl to it
Every
like it
now and then
does.
when she get a phrase or two, you be like, oh, there it is, there it is, there it is.
Yeah, every now and then, especially if she decides to hit
Look at this one. Don't tell everything.
right, and now Cometris. Now there is a song that I cannot think of the name of it off the top of my head, but she'll know it when I start talking about it, and hopefully she will um, put it in the comments as to which one it is. It's one where it's talking about peace. Oh my goodness. Um, where you've made it to a certain, and it's like I was humming it earlier,
Hmm.
and now I'm drawing a complete and total friggin' blank. It just
Yeah.
that just really works my nerves,
No, he did that.
But
Got a lot on my brain.
that part.
That part.
But yeah, we're gonna have like a gong show type of
Mm.
of where, and when I say gong show, it's going to be more of an input.
I have multiple voice
voice
personalities.
personalities. I like that. Um, where people will be able to give input.
Mhm.
You know, we have not structured it to whether or not it's going to be live or not, or whether it be they'll submit recordings and then we'll play it and have them on here with us, what have you. We'll work out all the details of that, but I think that it is because there's so much talent out there,
Yeah, absolutely.
so much
Absolutely.
unknown, untapped, and it does not have to necessarily be vocal because, like with us, we love the instrumentation, the violins, the violas, the organ. Oh, the piano. I love the sound of the acoustic
Mhm.
guitars and, the saxophone. It's just whatever, now, just straight up disclaimer, we ain't in all of that ratchet trap music. I'm just going to say it.
Mm-mm. That ain't
Save
who
it
we
for a
are.
different platform.
Yeah, that's not who we are.
Save it for the platforms that appreciate that
That music.
music.
It ain't us.
Yeah. Unless you're talking about that old school DMX or,
Well, we ain't ready to talk about them people.
yeah, the
That's
old
when you know,
school.
yeah, that's when you know
Yeah, we
I'm
were
trying to get some stuff,
young.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but for those of you that weren't already here, we're going to say Jumanji to you. We are officially out of the 2020 game.
Lord.
And we have jumped into 2021 with both feet,
Mm-hmm.
all guns blazing,
Yeah.
dragons flying and
Boy.
spewing fire. And so, it's one of those things where things have really hit the ground running. So what are some of the things that you all have going on? Just drop them in the you're definitely dating yourself.
When you say gong show.
Yeah. Um, what are some of the things that you all have going on? At the beginning, we're just 5 days in, but you know,
So I'm going to say one of the good things that came out of 2020 for me, besides taking time to just kind of recenter myself, and I really had to, because there was a lot that went on, a lot that went on. But I think especially towards the end, I just had to finally make it a point to take time for myself. But also, when I decided to take that time for myself, a beautiful thing happened in that I ended up getting this amazing job, and it is truly amazing. I mean, it is truly doing things that I love. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. When I get
she's
off
in her
here,
element, people.
I am. When I get
It
off
drives her
here,
nuts, but she is problem solving, and it is the most gratifying
it is.
thing in the
It
world
is.
for
It
her.
is. And so when I get off here, I'll be going back to work. But I will say that you never know the next opportunity. And when I say opportunity, I don't mean necessarily financial. I don't necessarily mean career or romantic or whatever, because we have entered into some amazing partnerships that came about, pretty much like that solidified, I should say, solidified themselves um, in the last half of 2020.
Definitely.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. She said, "Tell me congratulations on my career." And it was a career move because this is not a field I have been in before, and I'm like, oh. But it is definitely I
It's
am,
doing what you
but it is doing
always
what I, but
done.
yeah, it is doing what I've always done. It's as far as like the problem solving and taking the bull by the horns and being like, damn it, you're gonna do what I did. Look,
It has actually taken the last three of jobs that you had
yeah, and
and combined them in
wrapped them into
one.
one. Yeah, and it's been a blessing. It has been a blessing. It has been I am worn out. Don't call me. Don't ask me. Don't look for me Because when I'm not working, because like I said, even when I get up here, I'm be going to work. Um, so even when I'm not working, if I'm not working, I try to sleep. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No lies told.
And so to go from averaging what, like about maybe 4,000 steps a day to my average right now is about 12,000, and that has nothing to do with just what I do when I'm not in between those steps. That's just point A to point B. It's been a blessing. It's been an absolute joy and a blessing. So we're going to talk about some of those partnerships that we've come up to and that we've entered into. Um, Maybe not necessarily today, or maybe even a little bit later today.
Depending on schedule.
Yeah, depending on scheduling. We got some exciting things coming up. I am going to shift gears a little bit in some of the things that I've been doing. Um,
I'm bringing it more to the home front.
yes, yes, it's time. I invest a lot in other people and what other people do, and I think it's time for me to take that energy and really pour into what feeds me, what feeds us, what feels good with us. So
Yep. So stay
stay tuned.
tuned.
Who's that?
Oh, me.
Okay.
Always me. On the flip side of that, I can say, yeah, me too. I can definitely say some me too.
Somebody said something. A breath of fresh air.
And breath of fresh air. I'm at work, but I really needed a momentary break. D knows what I'm looking like today, dark circles and all. Yeah, now she's another one that when you start talking careers,
Yeah.
healthcare,
Yes.
essential worker,
Yes.
those things, and
You know.
yeah. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, there are some things that, I wear multiple hats always. Graphic designer, marketing, uh, credit repair, not through another company, but for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but there is a venture that is going to be coming forth for entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Where we are going to have, because so many people have dreams, they have visions, they have things that they desire, but they have no idea. Because, business development is my
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Yeah.
They have no idea what direction to go in. Now, right. And a lot of things vary from state to state, because in Mississippi, I would have been able to go and just say, bam, here's my form, here's my money, you know, and my business would be up and rolling. Here in Indiana, the guidelines are totally different. And I have had situations where I've been told that, oh, you don't, by the state, you don't need a business license. But me being me, I'm not one to play with the IRS and the government. So, there are certain things that can be done in certain ways that you can still legitimize your business and make it a legal entity
Mm-hmm.
to protect yourself. And so we're going to be having a hour-long seminar, um, with some licensed individuals to help people to get their businesses, the basics. Okay, get your EIN, get your CPA, deal with your marketing and your branding.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be just the basics. Now, if they decide that they want to go more in depth, they would have to talk to those different business owners,
Right.
one on one and establish their own personal relationships. But that is something that we're going to be offering um, soon, really, 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 really soon. Thank you, Miss Nefertari.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. Um, but in addition to that, even they're just, I want to talk about, we kind of hit at some of the good things in a general sense. But even, and I'm going to say this because while, we're very holistic, we understand the importance of balancing holistic wellness with modern medication,
Mhm.
modern medicine, Western medicine. We even understand balancing the East and the West when it comes down to healthcare. I am personally thankful for the vaccinations because there's so many people who, and it definitely, the different types of vaccines will affect people differently or whatever. But there's so many people that are dealing with so many different strains
Mhm.
of people with the different variations. And if this vaccine will help them to stay here for their loved ones, because we hear about all the people that die, but we don't really hear much about
That's
so
okay.
the doctors, the nurses, those that are in sanitation, those that are a part of the, from the sanitation to the CNAs to the, we've kind of hit on different ones throughout the year, but the ones in those careers that are up front, the grocery store workers, the ones that work in these different pharmacies, the ones that, the gas stations, we don't hear about how many of them get sick. We don't hear about how many of them, are exposed to inconsiderate people
Mhm.
that come into their establishments or their places of employment
Mhm.
with no regard for them. So I'm going to say for them and those that choose to take the vaccine,
Mhm.
I'm happy that there is an option out there for them.
Mhm. Absolutely.
I don't care if they fast. I'm glad they fast tracked it, but it lets you know that there were already things in the works for it to get here as quickly as it did. Because the government can't reveal all things to all people. So I'm appreciative of that.
I am appreciative of
Yeah,
that
I'm
for those that it
appreciative.
applies to. Yeah.
Yeah, for those that need it and want it and will take it. And I'm thankful for those numbers that get it and survive.
Mhm.
I'm so grateful for those that get it
And
and
so,
survive. Um, But like I said, we were just gonna be on here just for a quick, hey, how y'all doing? To let you all know that we will be cranking up the wind down aspect of things a little bit more, but there'll be more to come on that.
yeah.
The
Wind down.
wind down. Yeah, the not so vanilla version of this thing called life will be a lot more active this year
Yes.
with
I'm looking
some
forward to it.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful topics and additions. And hold up, what you say about coffee? Oh, I saw
Right,
Starbucks. I
yeah.
said coffee down here. Our whole Starbucks had to close down. Almost every worker tested. Wow,
Yeah, one of my nieces is she's
wow.
currently off because one of her coworkers, and in that particular location, they've had a high number of people, or they've had a high number of exposures, so they've had to close it frequently. So she's like off, like even right now, and she's getting paid, which
It's a blessing.
hats off to Starbucks.
Yeah.
She's getting paid, but they were called and they were told, hey, we're just going to close it because if you worked like a week ago with so and so and so and so, you've been exposed. That person tested positive.
And see, that's the piece of the puzzle that so many of us miss. Uh,
Hey, Mr. Montgomery.
Hello, sir. I got the chance to meet him face to
Did
face.
you?
Yes, me and G, we made a quick run and we got the chance to actually. Girl, I didn't realize how tall he was.
Oh, you
It was like,
saw?
hey, oh, girl, yeah, girl,
Hey, Mr. Montgomery. No, let me stop.
girl, yes, girl. But yeah, he is. I mean, his energy. I mean, you think that the energy that we shared on the screen was phenomenal. Oh my
Yeah,
God! Wait till
yeah,
you actually get in his presence.
yeah,
Oh, it's like you can feel the sincerity of what he does for his community and
yeah.
his love for his community.
Yeah. Well,
When
now
he,
that I will say, even in the talk that we had with him, you could just
yes,
that was very genuine, and that came through. And in following him just on social media, like his name will pop up in my thread. He'll be going off about something. He said, "But y'all know I love y'all," and then this
but
and
see,
this and
that's
this and
when you
this.
know it's real.
Right, right. And then so for every little, one of those posts where you're like, "Oh," and then there'll be 5 posts where he's uplifting, and he's talking about, shout out to this person, or brothers and sisters, this and this and this, and be encouraged, and good morning, and this and that and the other, and I mean, so every single day, he just I don't because I'm not on
It's
there every day,
authentic, yeah, but
I'm not on there every day, but
you
every
can
time I
tell.
see, yeah, it is he's always he has something positive and uplifting to
It
say.
and it well, like I said, the energy in his actual physical presence, it is magnified.
See,
Oh my
that's awesome.
God.
That's awesome.
I can't wait for some things that he's got going on to be revealed so we can share it. But
Okay.
it is going to be a blessing for the city of
Mm-hmm.
Indianapolis.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm
Yes,
looking
it
forward
is
to it.
going to be um, it is going to be a blessing. Yes, and you're right. He was talking about the things that are going on. Yes, prayers for her. Yes, but yes,
Mm-hmm.
like y'all gonna bring that singer songwriter from a few weeks ago. But Lennox Armstrong. Yes,
Yes.
we have got to bring. He is definitely going to be coming back
Yes.
to this thing. He has already said that he would
Now,
that
I'm gonna
he
tell y'all a story about Linux. So,
truth is easy to tell, Mr. Montgomery.
absolutely, absolutely, it don't require much to be to to tell the truth. Yes, you definitely should. Yes, I'm excited.
Yes,
Look, my computer works remote. Look,
right,
I'll be like,
right.
do that. So Linux, you know how as you get older, well, I don't know because your family is pretty close knit,
Hmm.
but with our family has always been just kind of scattered to the wind, and so it's been a matter of connecting to the different branches or whatnot. And on my mother's side of the family, there are several branches, and so Linux is my cousin, but I didn't meet Linux until probably, well, just connect with him. So probably about 5-ish years or so,
Okay.
years ago or so. And I've just been kind of like listening to his music. And as we've grown in, in broadcasting and the things that we've done, and then when you did the Mama
I
song, I
love
Love
you,
You
mom.
Mama.
Song.
Oh, I sat there, I boohooed. I played it for my mom. Y'all don't know my mama is.
Not a crier.
My mama is not like.
She's not a
She's not a
crier.
touchy feely.
It got her.
Yeah, it really did. It got her. Yeah.
It's a plug. I'm about to throw a plug out there.
Oh,
He is actually going to be singing the song live for individuals
okay.
if they
Yes.
choose to, give a tribute to their mother. He will sing, virtually, of course.
Of course, of course.
But he is he has put together um, a plan and a package, and that person will also get, I think it's like a T-shirt, a mug, a CD, couple, just a package, of items from him personally.
Oh, see,
In
that's what's up.
addition to
The video.
singing live, no, he will be singing
Oh, it's
live.
live.
He will go. He will
Oh,
be connected to the people that, like, say, if you decide to do it for mom,
mhm.
they'll connect online,
Yeah.
and he will sing. He will sing to her. He'll sing a couple of other songs as well, but he will have that personal one-on-one, and he will let her know that the "I love you, mom" specifically is a tribute from you to her.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do that.
So, for those of you
We
that
gotta do that. Yeah, that is awesome.
so for those of you that may want to do that, just as a, because with us still being in the heart and soul of this pandemic,
Yeah, personal day.
those personal gifts, you know those things that are more, um I guess you could say, heartwarming and heart touching.
Yeah.
Not necessarily I'm going out to buy something, buy you the box of candies and the card and the flowers. It's like, I want you to know for real, how much you mean to me. So, yeah, so for those of you that may want that, we'll make sure that his information is out there, but you can always follow him on Lennox Armstrong Music on Facebook.
Yes.
So, just follow him. And I think he has some stuff out there already, a couple videos out there already, that are showing and telling people
What he's
that
doing.
he's doing it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm
So,
loving that. I'm loving that.
yeah. I
Um,
follow him, can you tell? Uh can you tell? I follow
you
him.
follow him?
I follow him.
Yes.
And so our violinist, Omari, the one that we have not had the chance to have on here yet,
Yeah, yeah.
he is doing the same thing.
Oh, she would like that. She loves
Yeah, with
both
the
of them.
violin, yes. So
Yes, we might make a we'll see how they get.
yes, I have a link for him, of Vicky. I'm going to, I will make it a point to put it in the actual thread or what have you. But also, um, I'm going to be doing some things with the marriage shop. And it's not going to be just me, it's going to be me and my honey.
Yes.
We are going to be talking about not just marriage, but about relationships, period. Because for those of you that don't know, we have gone through a series of things in our relationship to the point where we were actually getting ready to call it quits. And so there were some words of wisdom, some very eye opening, look at yourself, um, words of advice shared with us. And, there was work that had to be done by the both of us individually and as a unit. But that work that was put in has put us in a place that we want to let other people know. Now, we're not coming to you all as counselors by any stretch of the imagination, but we're coming to you as a couple that knows that if you are for real serious about putting in the work, because you really in your heart can't see yourself without that other person, then, you know, put in the work and make it happen. We're going to talk about tough topics, not just, erotic relationship type of love, but for those of you that don't know us personally, we don't have children. And it's not because we're not able to get pregnant because we have been pregnant and we have lost children. But we're going to talk about that aspect of, marriage and relationships. We're going to talk about infertility. We're going to talk about the financial side of
Mm.
relationships because, a lot of people don't understand you can have the best credit in the world, but then you connect yourself to somebody who has the worst credit in the world, and their bad financial habits can destroy your credit,
Mhm.
and it will leave you in a place of rebuilding and having to really struggle to get back on your feet financially. So there are a lot of things that are going to be going on with that. So, and then I'll be doing some personal readings of books with, those who choose to go live with me. And if you don't go live, the replay will be there, and we can have those chats and stuff like that. And so,
Can I just say the marriage shop is not just for people who have been married, because there have been um, several excerpts and several um, just several passages and several things, just kind of, I guess, series that you've done that have benefited me as a non married
you're
person.
not a person, a non person.
I'm an alien.
That's where Kay got it
I'm just saying. I'm
from.
just
So
saying.
she
I
got
don't.
it honest.
Yeah, we don't really belong here.
Oh, now it
We
makes
waiting. Yeah, we're
sense.
waiting on the mothership. But that's a different story.
Okay.
Anyway, so as a non-married person, but in just relationships in general, um, and there have been some things that were said during the marriage shop that I've applied even with my relationship with my child. So it's not, and then things about communication and all of that. And I see y'all keep. I know y'all keep seeing me pulling my hair. My hair keeps wrapping around my necklace, so I keep pulling it. That's why you see me keep tugging on my hair. Um, so and just communication and just so many different things. There's so many different aspects to it. So don't think that just because it says the marriage job that it's just about marriage. Not at all.
It is not the end
Can I
game.
tell them about this? Can I tell
Go ahead.
them? It's their anniversary. Anniversary. I'm so excited. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know because and this is
1 year later, and
one
it's
year
gonna be
later.
featured. So yeah, you go
Okay.
ahead. She did a
I
thing.
did a thing. When I tell you how to kick my own butt on that one, I did a thing. I and several of our friends and I could not have done it without some strong sisters and brothers having my back, because trying to keep a secret from someone who knows your own brain, who's in your brain with you, but also lives in the house with you, not an easy thing to do. So you will start to see pictures and excerpts, and hopefully she will
Videos.
actually, share the actual video of.
I don't know if I wanted to show the world me
It'll be okay.
snotting and
Listen,
crying
they've seen
and
it before.
carrying on.
So, so last year we did they did a vow renewal.
A surprise
They did a surprise
vow
vow
renewal.
renewal
Yes.
because they didn't know until 2 weeks before it happened. Like, yeah, thank you, Beatrice. Yeah, I was pulling my hair out, but yeah, to pull it off and to so I have to thank the Woodards. I have to thank our whole Chicago crew, Beatrice, Annette, Walter, Alvin, Buddy, Gwyd. When I tell you, Darwin.
I'm not getting weepy today, so
Yeah, her, your uncle, your cousins, and just our family here in Indy. The Woodards, the Woodards.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's just absolutely amazing people. But I just want to say, so y'all keep your
New
eyes
Salem
out, New
as a
Salem, period, because even with several of their members, some of this just would not have happened because I was just like, look, I'm about to come here. I'm just letting y'all know. But they did it. We pulled it off.
under my nose,
We pulled
which
it
is
off.
hard
Yeah,
to
because like I said,
do.
this is the person who shares my brain. Like I really do feel like at times we really do share a brain.
Right.
And then again, we're right here in the same house. So we're in the same house. We're in each other's space. We talk to each other 24/7. And I can have a dream and she'll wake up because I'm having a dream. Like we are connected. So to pull this off, when I tell you we did, it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing, and that was for their 10 year. And I'm going to tell you part of me even being willing to do that and me feeling that it was so special was because, as she said, there was a point in time where I didn't think they were gonna make it. And
Don't you become weepy
hey,
either.
I don't do it.
It's
I don't
not.
do it.
It's not permitted.
I don't
Not
do it.
today.
I don't do it. So for them to do a complete turnaround from where they were, um, and then of course it was their 10 years. So for you to do a complete turnaround in time for your 10 year, that meant that it would have to be special.
And see, and we had actually planned to do a 10-year renewal because his mother, because of weather and stuff down in Mississippi, when we got married, she wasn't able to come up from Louisiana
Mm.
when we actually got married.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to do the renewal at our 10 year. And then when she passed away, he was feeling some kind of way about it, because we had kind of talked about it. And he was, and I knew that it made him, he was like, well, Mom, we was going to do it because Mama wasn't able to be at our interview.
Yeah.
And he was at first feeling, like when you first revealed it, he was like, oh man,
Yeah.
we were supposed to. But then when certain things actually happened and certain people were there and the love that we received
When I tell you we pulled off some stuff.
some miracles. She pulled off some miracles. And you all will hear more about all of that, later on in this week. I put up a picture early on, I think it was yesterday, Sunday, that one of the mothers of the church actually, yeah, the one is going out of the door here in our bedroom. That was actually the very first thing to go up on our wall in our bedroom because that was so special. It had to go up.
Yeah.
But Mother Hemphill did that video. I mean, did that collage with the beautiful words and our names and our picture and the scripture or what have you.
And she chose a gorgeous picture.
Yeah, I was like, when we saw it and we actually read, but it's just the fact that, here it is, this lady who has lived her life. She's had her marriage, her spouse is deceased and what have you. And for her to take the time, because she's got full, when I say full grown children, that are in their 50s. So that right there lets you know that it's not like she's a young lady. So it's one of those deals where it's like it made it all the more special for her to take the time to show us that she loves us the way that she does. And so it was just it's there's so many awesome memories that'll come out, and now we didn't mean to get all off track, but Saturday will be 11 years of being legally bound to that old rusty neck fella. Yeah, my little rusty neck. So as it relates to what's been going on with you all, that we know of that you all would like to share some good news. Now, I'm gonna tell you, Vicky is actually my mother's first cousin.
Okay.
And her dad is my grandfather's brother. Uncle Major is my grandfather, Elsie's brother, and he is actually the last living brother, if I'm not mistaken. Vicky, if you're still on, am I right or am I wrong? But I think he's the last living brother,
No.
if I'm not mistaken. And when I tell you, it's one of those situations where you talk about family and being attached to each other. And um, um, thank you, thank you. Um, when we talk about, I remember being little, and a lot of things we take for granted,
Yeah.
as adults that we do when we're around children and where we go. But I remember whenever there was a family reunion, I didn't give a happy, I don't care what was going on. My mom and dad would make it a point, barring death and dad having to eulogize someone,
Yeah.
we were going to be at those family reunions. And I remember Vicky from when I was knee high to a bug, getting on everybody's nerves, running under the tables at the family reunion, and all of that kind of stuff. But I remember my mother's interactions with her cousins,
Hmm.
with, her aunts and uncles, and the amount of love that our family shared. Now, I couldn't tell you the names of the majority of the children that were there, but as I've gotten older and, established my own relationships with my mom's cousins
Hmm.
and as adults, and I remember a lot of things, and then they say, "Girl, you remember that?" But it's like they're filling in those gaps for
Oh,
me
yeah.
because I was a child. I wasn't paying attention to everything, but I can remember going up this big old hill to this building, and I can remember, being at different places and going to this place, and they could tell me, "Okay, well, that's so and so's house. That's this place." So I want to say to people, especially right now with the way things are going, we don't know from sun up to sundown if our loved ones are going to be here with us.
Yeah.
Reach out to the people that you are connected to. I have made it a point to uh, reach out to people in my family that I know they're my blood, but I don't know them.
Yeah. That's where Linux and that whole branch of the
I
family comes
know they
from.
are my blood. And see, I even have some first cousins that I know they're my first cousins. I remember interacting with them when we were super, super young.
Hmm.
But when their parent, and that's why I tell people, people don't realize the connection is often broken in families when that parent passes. Because when my dad died, my connection with with knowing the things that was going on with my family on his side, it was like people would be sick and I wouldn't know it until they were well again. Or, if someone would transition, it's like, well, yeah, they were dealing with so and so and so and so and so and so. It was like, oh, and I'd be like, I didn't
How would I
know.
know? How
Yeah,
would I
I
know?
didn't know. I would have been more active in keeping up with them had I known. But I kicked myself in the face for that because they shouldn't have to be sick in order for me to reach out.
Yeah. I think if COVID hasn't taught us anything else, it has taught us tomorrow's not guaranteed. Tomorrow's not promised. We've always known tomorrow is not promised. Uh, Miss Rona has,
That old hook can't help it.
yeah, but she has made that abundantly clear. If it has never been clear before, she has made it abundantly clear that hey, we talk about giving people their flowers while they're alive,
Hmm.
um, while they're here to enjoy them. So for me, I honestly, like right now I can't. I will shout you out online. I will. but just sit down and have a true conversation.
It's so overwhelming right now.
Yeah, it's catch me if you can. Like,
That's what I'm saying. It's
yeah,
overwhelming
because
because with your job,
even
it's
with
like,
with
yeah,
the show today, she came in there because I came home and fell out. So she came in there and was like, we supposed to be. I was like, I get up, I get up, I get up. I'm awake. I'm awake. But I needed the power down. So now, as soon as I get done here, I go back to get back on my clock. But yeah, it was just, it's a lot.
yeah.
It's a lot. I feel like
So
even when I have to play catch up with the people in my own house, it's a lot.
yeah, we do have to do that more.
Yeah.
But it's like I want to tell you, yeah, you right there, right there, right there. I love
Okay.
you. I love you. I appreciate you. I do, I do, I do. And if you are, sometimes, and we talked about this a little bit, when you're so used to being on the go and so used to doing things and so used to problem solving, and then to have your whole life upended and things stop, you find yourself in a emotional rut, in a mental rut, and you don't always realize
Yeah.
what's going on. And
I didn't
so
realize it.
until you got back into your groove thing.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh, wow. That was not a good
So
thing. Yeah.
yeah, so even if you go out to, and people talk about quarantining and stuff like that, that does not mean you have to remain in isolation at home. You can actually get in your vehicle and go for a ride with the windows down to get some fresh air.
Yeah.
You can act, you're still distancing yourself from others, and you're not interacting with others, but you're still getting some of that fresh air.
Go for me with nature.
Right, you know, away from other people. Um, and like Melissa, I think I saw her on here earlier.
Mm-hmm.
She is steady going out and walking,
She sure is.
and
She
and I'm
getting her
like,
5Ks in, bro.
and I'm like, okay, B, that's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's what's up. See, you walking them too. You just, and you just doing it while you making money.
Yeah. I
But
ain't mad about it.
no, no,
But
not at
I
all.
tired.
So I want to say this to everybody, because we were only gonna be on here what about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's turned into our full hour. But I want to say to everyone, reach out to somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone, just even if you just go through your phone and like, you know what, I hadn't talked to this person in about 3 months or 5 months, or because I find myself, even before I say happy birthday to people online, I've had to go to some people's pages to make sure that they were still, because I knew they were sick. So I was like,
To
let me
make sure
make
they're
sure that they
still.
are still here
Mm,
before I, because
yeah.
I don't want to be awkward and have it be a situation where I'm giving happy birthday greetings to someone
There's not around for us.
and they're not even around to receive
Mm,
the happy birthday or the birthday blessing. So, reach out to that one person or to those two people. You don't have to have a long drawn out conversation. Just a quick, you know what, I was thinking about you.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I
And
just want
actually listen to how they're doing.
right,
That's it.
because that one item, if
Make a
someone is put
difference.
on your mind or on your heart, call them, because
Yeah.
both Key and I have learned the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
You may not get another chance.
Nope. 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 Nope.
You may not get, well, at least for them to respond
Right.
to you. They will hear you,
Yeah.
but you may not get the chance to say it to them and have them respond back
While they're on this side.
while they're on this side.
Now, I will also just say, because I know a lot of us are, are praying and whatnot. So 2021 should have come in with a bang. I know some folks, even though we are on day 5, who have suffered some
Major loss.
tremendous major losses, especially just some friends that went through something today. And so just remember those around you, and even those that you don't know or those that you may not know. Just say a special prayer for those who've experienced loss, who are grieving,
Hmm.
who are going through their first holiday seasons without their loved ones.
Whew, because I had three, four people lose loved ones on Christmas Eve, and then they had the funerals on the 2nd of January.
And a friend of mine, just grandson, he's been today, and he passed. And another friend lost his mom right before Christmas,
Hmm.
and the writer Elin Harris passed today.
Hmm.
I mean, so there's just so much. So even without knowing the individuals, say a prayer, send extra energy, whatever it is you do, light a candle for those who are grieving.
Right, right. And it was also, you said Evelyn Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Then we also have Eric
Oh,
uh
that's what it was.
uh
Eric Jerome Dickey.
Yeah.
I said Elin Harris. That's because I was trying to read the book. I was trying to look it up before I got my
Yeah.
titles crisscrossed. So I was reading stuff. Eric
Yeah,
Jerome
Eric
Dickey.
Jerome
That's who that
Dickey.
was.
He passed away, and when I tell you, I was so mad at you because I had a massive collection of books
Mm.
from Black authors
Mm-hmm.
and old books that had been banned from classrooms and
Mm-hmm.
schools and stuff. When we were in Mississippi, he did not realize the significance because he's like, "You've read all of these." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." He didn't realize the significance of those books that we were purging, and he donated my box of books. I wanted, that's one of those times where I wanted to take him and just slow motion,
Just in slow
in
motion.
slow motion, but it is what it is at this point. But yeah, I had basically every book
Mm.
from cheaters to, I mean, you name it, I had his books.
Ah.
And his, Toni Morrison's, I had several of the, like older authors, so it's a lot of, but it's I want to say, like you were saying, just to piggyback, you know, tell them you love them, man.
Mm-hmm.
Stay connected. Even if you just have to do like I have to do with the actress every now and then. Hey, just send a video chat. It's like, I'm not wanting anything. I know you're busy, but I want to say I love you. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Be safe. Bye. Sorry.
Yeah.
That. So those moments like that, they're priceless. So is there anything? Oh, next week, look out for the promo. The topic is going to be hot, 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 hot. And it is, if everything works out with both guests, going to be one where co-parenting takes on a twist.
Mm-hmm.
Co-parenting will have a definite twist to it. So um hopefully the other guests will be available as well. And if so, we'll have them both. But if not, we may have to reschedule, maybe a week back. But as of right now, that is where we are, and it is.
Listen, I've lived it. I get it. I was talking to her today. I
And
lived it.
so we're going to definitely talk about it, and it's not going to be um, presented in a way that you would normally think about co-parenting. I'll
At
just put it
all.
like that.
At all.
So that's why I said with a twist. So anyway, we love you.
Hey, keep
What?
your eyes open because there's a special announcement coming up later this evening.
hmm So scheduling work.
The scheduling work.
Okay, cool.
We have an announcement later on. Keep your eyes open.
Yay, yay, yay. All right, then what if there's not, as the old folks say at church, if there's nothing else to claim our attention,
Mm-mm.
all hearts and minds are clear.
We're clear.
We're clear.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Well, we look forward to enjoying you all next week on this thing called
Life.
life. Be safe, be careful, and know that you are
Love.
loved. Take care, everyone.